Welcome back to my channel. My name is Torrence and today we are playing with colors. I am loving everything. As you can see, according to the title, we are playing with the ABH Volume 3 palette here. I own all 6 of the Norvina palettes and this is the only one out of the large ones that I've never played with. So I just wanted to jump straight in. These colors here, baby. I love greens, I love yellows. And this color story here is getting me more into oranges. I like purples. I hate the fact that they look so good on me compared to greens. So I just had to go in with greens, but I did deepen that up with some purples. And as you can see, the skin is glowing. The eyeshadows are vibrant. And so I'm gonna make sure that I leave all products and all shadows used in the description bar below because I did forget to mention most products. I am headed to work right now. It's very early in the morning, but I still wanted to show you all this tutorial. So if you wanted to know how I achieved this look, just go ahead and continue to watch and we'll get started right now. Let's jump right into everything. I've already done foundation, set my base, ready to go into it. Gonna take my Sonia G Blender Pro, and the first shade we're gonna take is this A5, this hot orange shade right here in the corner. We're gonna go in with that first, and we're gonna blend that all the way into the crease, probably the first half of our crease, just to see how that's blending out. And just like the rest of the Norvina palettes, no problem. Pigmentation, blendability, go ahead, girl. To get the most pigment, you want to just stamp it in place first and then buff out the edges. Yeah, I want to take that just to about the first half. And just to see if it's going to get any darker than that, I want to go in with one more layer. Okay, so it looks like that is the true pigmented color. All right, and you already know the routine. Jump to the other side. I'm going to take shade D3, this bright green shade here, and put that on the outer half of our crease and outer V. Okay, this shade giving me a little more trouble than that orange did. Yeah, that's not doing it for me. I'm gonna have to go in with E1, which is an even darker green here. Because I'm not liking that. Nope. Now see, that's what I'm talking about right there, E1. You see how he immediately came through and showed up and showed out? Yeah. D3 ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna jump straight into D3 on this side. Yeah, see? Okay, we want to just try to even these out a little bit more. It's going to be a little harder on this side because we started off with different shades on the right. Well, on my right. And now we want to go in and buff out the edges of those colors. Okay, to blend out this orange shade here, we're going to go in with E4 right here. This bright yellow shade. And we're going to press it on first and then we're going to buff and blend it out. Okay, now that we have that pressed on first, we're gonna go in, try to buff out those edges of that orange. It's also gonna give us an indication of how pigmented this yellow is. I normally go in with more than one layer to buff out the transition shade. The first layer is mainly to buff out the edges of the first color, which is that orange. The second one is gonna give us more pigmentation. Okay, and before we blend out the other side, we're going to press on one more layer and allow that to sit to give us some pigmentation on that eye. Okay, and now we're going to go in and buff out that last layer of the yellow. And to buff out the green on the outer half of the corner, I'm going to switch to this other yellow, A1, right here. Looks like it has more of a green undertone than the first one. And if this shade here doesn't give me the color I want, I'm going to deepen it up with a little more of the A4, this green shade here. Oh, I think that's going to do it for me. I can truly see that green undertone coming through. I wanted to buff that edge out, but I did not want it to come off as just a straight yellow like I do in the inner corner. All right, now we're going to buff that out. Making sure we're trying to blend out the edges of that green first before we blend out and buff up with that yellow. Okay, I am liking this so far. To deepen up our inner corner, let me see, which shade did I use already? I'm gonna go in with C2, this vibrant red shade here. She's cute and all, but she's not giving me the pigmentation I was hoping for. Let's go in with one more layer and see what she does. Okay, she gonna get the job done, but she's not my favorite red in the world either. She is gorgeous, but I wish she was a little more pigmented. We're gonna go in with this deep dark purple shade, C4. Okay, now that we have all our watercolors blended out, I want to go in and cut our crease. Okay, and for lid shades, we're gonna go in with D5 here for the inner half and B5 here for the outer half. She, once again, another color that's a little difficult to work with, but she comes through in the end. I'm just cleaning my brush off before I go in with my next shade. Am I the only one getting my life from this green? Oh my, yes. I am loving that. Just want to make sure my colors line up evenly. We're gonna have to bring this green a tiny bit over. That's close enough for me, baby. Way perfect, and neither is the eyeshadow, but it's both still beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna take our Sonia G again and that shade C4, and we're gonna pack that on our outer corner. Okay, and now we're going to take that same purple shade with no additional product on the brush and just buff that through the crease over our green shade. And now we're going to deepen up our inner crease once more with that red shade, C2. Okay, now that I've added that red shade there, I'm gonna go ahead, go off camera, finish up my face, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes for the rest of this look. As you can see, I've already cleaned up this side of my eyeshadow, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side using the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. Using the shade 2, I'm gonna go in and first stamp that down the sides of the nose. And then underneath the eye. Okay, now we want to spoolie out our brows and lashes. Filling in our brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Chocolate. comb through those. And now we're going to set our brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and a disposable wand. For mascara, we're going to go in with the Lancome Montour Big Mascara. I'm going to take a dry Q-tip and run that underneath the lash line just to clean up any mascara that may have smudged. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and remove this brightening powder that we have underneath the eyes, and we're going to sweep this from the nose on outwards and from underneath the eyes down toward the cheek. This is going to help brighten underneath the eyes and help diffuse the lines of the blush. And now that we have that under eye powder removed, we're going to go in with shade 3 of that same Laura Mercier powder and buff that all over the entire face, anywhere that we did not put that shade number 2, just to create a glow and remove this matte finish off the skin. Now that we've cleaned up the face, I want to go in with a little more eyeshadow on the lower lash line. On the inner half, I want to put that red shade, and on the outer half, I want to put that purple shade. I'm taking C2. And then on the outer half, we're going to go back in with C4. For our last step for the eyes, I'm going to go in with the shade C1 and use that for the inner corners and brow bone. Oh yeah. Instant satisfaction. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, I can't wait to do the brows. Okay, and for our highlighter, we're going in with the old favorite, MAC Oh Darling. Okay, now that we have highlighter applied, I want to go ahead and add lip gloss. And the one we're going to be trying out today is going to be the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Cheeky. This looks like it has a slight orange hue to it, and I've never tried this. It came part as their, I believe, the holiday set. It was a 5-piece mini, and wait, this might have a nice light pink to it. Oh yeah, I'm loving her. This is fabulous. We need this in a full size, Rihanna. And then to set everything, we're going to go in with our All Nighter by Urban Decay. Expensive Breeze, Cheap Fan, Good Times. Alright you guys, per usual, I'm going to cut away, clean up my area, and come back with my final thoughts. And this is the final look. I can honestly say I am loving this palette. This red shade here, this truly was a good shade. It was just in my mind, I had a pigmentation level in my head that this just didn't match, but I do love it. What else? This green shade here, next time I try this palette, I'm going to try to use that as a transition shade. I tried to use it as a crease, but I guess on my skin tone, it wasn't dark enough. I absolutely loved this purple shade here, this green shade, and the neutrals. Oh my god, this one here is probably about to be my new favorite. I have to figure out what I want to do, where I want this all over the lid, because just the brow bone and the inner eye corner is not doing it justice. But I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you all have this palette here, please leave a comment below letting me know how you enjoyed it. I also do have both volumes 1 and 2 of the Norvina palette, as well as the minis. So if you would like to see any tutorials on those, please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up because it really helps the channel. I hope you all had a wonderful time. And if there's nothing else, remember to continue to practice, stay blessed, and until next time, bye YouTube.